Hello, beautiful conscious creators. Oh, burp, burp. It's not there. Hello. Do I look good? I look good. Let's thank my mama for it. Let's thank my mama for it. Oh, Bugsy. Hello, beautiful conscious creators. I hope that you have started your day with nothing short of health, wealth, peace, love, and light. As we explore healing and conscious creation together in this space, I hope that you'll remember to be kind and patient with yourself and your thoughts. Now, the song recommendation of the day is it's called Gold by Mariba. Check it out. It's a really nice song. It's a lovely song. Yeah, anyway, so today I wanted to talk about, just expand or elaborate a little bit more on the signs that I was referring to. And I wanted to say there is a huge difference between signs and evidence that you are being supported. Now, the signs are an indication, right? Okay, wait, let me just start off by saying this episode links to the episode, the previous episodes that I recorded. I think I'll link them in the description below, but they are related to those two episodes. And sorry, there's something happening outside, but I can't tell what it is. Like, I have my windows open and I can hear people like yabbering. You know, it's so nice to be walking outside this late. I mean, I could never. Okay, I could though. I live on the wild side. Anyway, back to it. What did I want to say? Good God, where's my brain? I've been sleeping the whole day. I don't know why. I think I'm just like, I don't know. I've just been sleeping the whole day, just getting some energy back, retaining some energy. And I'm still trying. Let me go look at my notes, because I know I made a note of what I wanted to talk about. Evidence. Oh my God. There are signs, and then there's evidence that the universe supports the decisions that we're making, the changes that we're trying to adopt in our lives. Now, signs refer to the idea that our manifestations are already complete and we don't have to do more because creation is complete. So when we have a desire, right, there are certain things that pull us towards wanting to attract our desires by overthinking this desire, because it's something that is so deeply within you that you're like, this is something that I really want to experience in my life. And once you start doing the conscious creation and manifesting and calling these things in, then suddenly you see signs. But the signs exist in, say for instance, you want to manifest a relationship. Suddenly, everyone or a lot of people that you know will be talking to you about relationships. A stranger will approach you and say something so random but related to a relationship or the type of relationship that you want to manifest. Say for instance, like a relationship, say like on the level of getting married, the type of relationship that leads to a marriage. A stranger will approach you and say something along those lines. I say this because these are the experiences that I have had in my life, and I know the signs or how the signs exist in my reality or how they show up in my reality. And once I see them, then I know for a fact that, okay, then my manifestation is complete. I don't have to do any more manifestations. I don't have to do the visualization acts, because when signs are there and they present themselves, it means there's a way of saying it. It says the signs precede the manifestation or something along those lines. I'm not quoting it correctly, but it just means that when you start to see signs, it means everything is complete, and then you can just let go of doing the consciously creating by doing the visualizations and doing the feeling into the visualizations, because it's saying that oh, this, you have now stepped into the frequency of the things that you desire, and hence you are seeing them all around you. Like, say for instance, you want to manifest a car, and I think I mentioned this in the previous episode, or it's one of those episodes where I was like starting and stopping, I don't know, but you're manifesting a specific car, and then suddenly, like when you're in the vibration of that specific car, you start to see it everywhere, all around you. And mind you, actually, funny enough, hey, when I manifested the car that I have right now, there's a guy, like I was still at uni, there's a guy, he approached me, he's like a stranger, he approached me and he was like, oh lady, he started having like a conversation. He's a hustler, right? And he's one of those people who's just, he can relate to anyone that he approaches. He's like a people's person. And so he just approached me and was like, lady, I see something in you. I see you getting a car. I was like, what? And I didn't have a car. I was on my 2 series at the time. And he was like, I see you having a car and it's going to be white. And I was like, oh, thanks. I actually have been working on manifesting a car. And he's like, well, there it is. It's going to show up. And I was like, okay. But sometimes when the signs come in, or the evidence, like he was a pure sign to say, like, something is coming in for you. It got me very excited. Now, this is like the caveat when it comes to signs. It got me very excited that my attention was now focused on the signs instead of being focused on what it is that I was trying to manifest. So this is just like some sidebar advice, that when you're manifesting something and you do end up starting to see the signs, do not focus on the signs, because you end up manifesting more signs. You end up manifesting more. It's almost like the universe is showing you that you are in that frequency, but instead of like focusing your attention on the thing that you actually want, now suddenly you're focusing on the things that's showing you evidence, or the signs that are showing you, oh, if I say signs one more time, you're now focusing on the signs that this thing is going to show up. So the caveat, the sidebar, is that don't focus on the signs. When you start to see that the manifestation has already taken place, when you see the signs, it means you're in the frequency of what it is that you want. And when you see them, that means you just carry on focusing on this thing, your desire, and don't focus on the signs. This is just a little sidebar. And now moving into the evidence of seeing the evidence that the universe supports the change and the transformation. It relates to the story of the previous episode, that the 2 previous episodes that I recorded. So for those who didn't see the episode, I'll just give you a summary. The lady that I walk with from the gym encountered some guy who was about to engage in something that would have gotten him into a lot of trouble with the law. And so he had been praying for change in his life, because he wants to set a good example for his children. Now, when they encountered each other, it was in the evening, she approached him, and it sort of stopped him in his tracks, and he walked away from that situation that would have gotten him into trouble. Now, she was the evidence, she was the support and the evidence for him that he needed. She carried the vessel, she is the vessel. She was rather the vessel in that moment that helped to support his decision of changing his way of life, because he wants to do better for himself, right? And now with that, right, when we receive the evidence that the universe supports us, we're always given the option to decide which way we want to go, because this guy could have gone either way. He could have chosen to continue with what he was about to do, or he could have walked with this lady, walked away from that specific situation. And he did. Because this is the thing with the evidence that the universe supports us. It gives us the options, and also it ties in with free will. We all have free will. We are all given the choice to make certain decisions in a certain moment based on what it is that we're trying to attract. So say for instance, you're trying to instill a new belief that you want to be a little bit soft. The evidence will give you situations where you can be soft. But if you always have had, if you've always had this hard exterior, it's hard to shift, or it's hard to naturally move into a space where you're softening in a situation. So as an example, I'll do things, right? And I was more in touch with my masculine side, not male, but like I was more in touch with my masculine side, my masculine energy, where I'll do instead of just letting things flow in and just relaxing. All right, I'd carry my own bags, and even if someone were to offer to carry, this is like what I mean by it. Carry bags, heavy bags, and I know I can manage. I know that for a fact. But if someone were to approach me, this was when I was manifesting just a softness in my spirit. Instead of being too masculine, just leaning more into my feminine energy. So someone would offer to help me carry my bags, and I'd always say no, I'm good. But in that moment, the universe, God, a higher power, was giving me the support, the evidence that this is a situation where you can say yes to being soft. This is a situation where you can lean into this other side that you want to lean into, the feminine side where you allow things, this guy wanted to help. This guy wanted to be a support. He was an option for me to say, yes, you may help me with these bags that I'm carrying. But instead, I would always say no until I learned to say yes. So universe is always supporting us in the things that we want to create in our lives, in terms of, there's always evidence and there's always support for the things that we want to attract. It's just now learning how to say yes. It's learning how to receive those things. So there is a difference. I just wanted to paint a picture of the difference between signs and evidence that we are being supported on whatever journey we are on. And I'm gonna go back to my notes now. Did I do the song recommendation? Yes, Gold by Mariba. This episode started in a very strange way, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. It was yeah. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. My name is Gang, and I am your accidental therapist. In the next episode, I actually just want to go over a few other things that just to elaborate a little bit more on science and evidence, but I think I'll just break those 2 episodes apart and just play around with that. Anyway, thank you for listening all the way to the end. My name is Gang, and I'm your accidental therapist. Yes.